What would you do if you swapped bodies with someone? Go through all their belongings, steal some of their money, pull on their gacha games, or maybe be a decent person and figure out how to swap back without ruining their life? In any case, I don't think it's a hot take when I say that swapping bodies is probably a pain in the ass. You have no clue who the other person is, what they're doing to your body, and more importantly, you might miss out on your gacha dailies. Needless to say, body swapping kinda sucks. So, who in their right mind would actually want this? Hope You're Happy Lemon is one of the most popular new manga to have come out recently, and for good reason, because despite the ever-increasing amount of romance anime and manga that come out every year, this one still managed to come out on top. It's cute, it's wholesome, and it looks like it has everything you could want in a great rom-com series. Cute anime waifus, and even more of them. But when I first took a look at the cover and saw some of the official art, all I thought was, what the fuck is this? This manga just looks like your classic rom-com bait, and you're telling me that this is one of the most popular series of 2024? I mean, you've got 2 cute girls and 1 nice guy, so let me guess. This girl falls in love with this guy, but he's just too clueless to realize it, and she's too much of a kudere to confess. And this girl is this guy's childhood friend, who's also a tsundere, so it's not like she's confessing anytime soon. Then the story gets dragged on for 100 more chapters because they just won't talk about their feelings. Then 200 chapters later, at graduation, it's revealed that he was in love with a teacher this whole time. Damn, maybe I should be an author. But lucky for me, this manga wasn't like that at all. It might just be a tad bit worse. In a good way, of course. This girl body swaps with their ex who's in love with their best friend. Let me explain. They say that life doesn't truly begin until you get beaten the fuck up. Don't ask me, I didn't make the quote. Before starting high school, Tsunao Akiyoshi was beaten up badly. Not literally, but emotionally. He was dumped by his childhood friend Lemon right after she told him that she was cheating on him with 3 other guys. Yeah, I know. It was a devastating betrayal, one that he never saw coming. And then, just like that, his first relationship ended with a stab to the heart, and he vowed never to fall in love again. That is until he gets into college and meets a girl, Kokohara, and right then and there, depression comes flying out the window. She's kind, she's caring, and above all else, she embodies mankind's greatest achievement, being a cute anime girl. And with a movie date that weekend, things finally seem to be heading Tsunao's way. And then he runs into his ex. Needless to say, it gets really awkward. Really fast. It's the first time he's talking to her since the breakup, but despite how uncomfortable things are for him, she's actually happy to see him. They start talking and he realizes that it looks like Lemon's forgotten the fact that she cheated on him with 3 other guys. But one thing's for sure, Tsunao hasn't gotten over Lemon. And that's kind of a problem when you're trying to get a new girlfriend. So that night, on his way back from his drinking party, under the light of a shooting star, he resolved to finally get over her. Maybe this is a sign that the universe is rooting for me. So long, witch. They swap bodies the next morning. Yeah, it kinda just happens. So our main character starts freaking out. How this happened? Why is it his ex of all people? And how are other people going to react to this? And more importantly, how the fuck are you gonna get a girlfriend when you're switching bodies with your ex? But a great man once said, sometimes it takes a real man to become best girl, so it's not all that bad. But later on, when Lemon comes over, the two discuss the situation and agree to temporarily live each other's lives until everything's figured out. But as Tsunao goes through life as Lemon for a day, he starts to realize that other people actually like her for who she is. They're nice to her, everyone wants to help her, and some even look up to her. And you start to realize that Lemon isn't exactly the 4-timing witch she was initially made out to be, but rather, she's actually a genuinely nice person who gets along well with everyone. So there might be more to this cheating story than meets the eye. And it turns out, there is. It was a lie. Also, his ex is apparently his crush's roommate and best friend. He gets to body swap with her every other day. It turns out that she lied about cheating on him and is keeping it a secret. And guess what? She still has a crush on him. I'm sure there won't be any mess whatsoever. Welcome in. This is just chapter 1. Squares, pentagons, triangles. I don't know where I'm going with this. Love triangles are something that everyone either loves with all their hearts,
why don't we all just fuck each other,
or hates with a burning passion. It creates drama, unnecessary conflict that can be solved with simple communication, and a toxic environment that would make a League player feel right at home. But it's a cliche that never seems to go out of fashion, no matter how long time has passed, because love triangles are spicy, and everyone loves a bit of spice, even if you're just a salt enjoyer. Now, if you couldn't tell, this manga is about exactly that. Spicy situations that just make you scream on the inside. It's about the mixture of romantic tension, secrets, and unresolved conflicts that lead you on and keep you hooked for the long run. Get your vanilla ass high school rom-coms out of here, because I need some spice in my life. And what's spicier than unsupervised college students having a 5-way love triangle? After all, it's not just between our 3 main leads, the chaos extends to everyone else in the story as well, even seemingly unimportant side characters. When Sunao switches bodies with Lemon, he ends up meeting his best friend Suzuka while advertising for a beauty pageant. Knowing that talking to Suzuka in Lemon's body would probably be weird, he tries to act as natural as possible to prevent his best friend from suspecting anything. And then they start talking, and Suzuka realizes that it's incredibly easy to open up to Lemon. She's kind, she's pretty, and for some reason, she just seems special. She's not like any other girl he's met so far. Ah, I'm in love, he thinks. And with that, his youth romantic comedy was finally going to begin. It was his beginning as a JoJo fan. So where does that bring us? Sunao's best friend is in love with his ex, unknowingly, who is actually just Sunao himself in Lemon's body. And Kogohara, well, she just realizes that she likes Sunao too. Except, it was when Lemon was piloting his body. No filler slice of life, no exaggerated arguments, just the pure drama and tension that comes from something as chaotic as a body swap. It's a story that perfectly encapsulates the right amount of everything you could want from a spicy drama, but not overdoing it to the point where it becomes mind-numbing. It scratches that perfect line of being a trashy romance while still being able to tell a genuinely wholesome story about 2 people trying to mend their past relationship. Because as trashy and brain-dead as the plot might seem at first, it hits you out of nowhere with these raw moments of brutal honesty that sometimes made me forget that I was reading a rom-com about swapping bodies with your ex. One scene that stood out to me was when Sunao, as Lemon, was talking with Kogohara about a movie script while alluding to his past relationship with Lemon, but everyone thinks he's talking about Sunao because he's Lemon. It's complicated. They broke up, she says, and yet she's still close to her ex. That wouldn't normally be taken well, like by her next partner or the people around her. And Kogohara's like, that's some bullshit. Okay, she didn't really say that, but she could have. She asked her, why should the end of a romance mean the end of a friendship? You still mean something to each other. It seems sad, losing a friend just because you broke up with them. Now that is a quote to live by. To many of us, I'm sure that the thought of reconciling with a bad relationship is scary. Whether it's a friend, a partner, a mentor, or a family member, it's hard to face something you let buried in the past. But things can change, especially for the better when it matters. It's stories like this that remind us how complicated and messy relationships can be, but also how worth it they are to untangle. His relationship with his ex, with his crush, with his friend, and how they all tie in together somehow feels grounded in a very human truth. Relationships don't always fit nicely into neat boxes. They can blur together, break apart, and rebuild in ways we sometimes don't expect. Honestly, my favorite part about the manga was when Sunao and Lemon were hanging out together, and seeing how much they both still have an effect on each other, slowly changing their perspective about the other. And it's not an understatement to say that the characters in this series are what really drives the story to be that good. Everyone has their own motivations, feelings, and individual personalities that work off each other, rather than being sidelined for the main cast to shine. This is something that a lot of rom-coms choose to ignore, and because of this, the story normally revolves around 2 or 3 main leads, with everyone else having the personality of a slice of white bread. But in this manga, every character feels like they matter. Suzuka isn't just the best friend, he has his own struggles and desires, which makes his interactions with Sunao and Lemon all the more interesting. Kogohara isn't just the nice girl next door, she's someone who has her own qualms and emotional flaws. Even super minor characters have moments where they shine, adding layers to the story rather than just filling space. This attention to character detail is what keeps the story engaging. It's not just about Sunao and Lemon trying to navigate their body swapping problem, it's about how their actions ripple through the lives of everyone around them. It's messy, it's trashy, but sometimes it can be so unbelievably real, and that's where the series finds its magic. In the end, this isn't just a story about body swapping shenanigans or messy love triangles, even though it kinda is. It's about how people change, how relationships develop, and how sometimes the most unexpected connections can help us grow. It's messy, it's spicy, and it's heartwarming in a way that just sneaks up on you. If you're looking for a rom-com that does something different, this is one you just can't miss.